What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Hoser Garage. Today we're back working on the Integra. I know we haven't posted in a while, but that's going to be starting to pick up in a little bit here. We are changing the schedule up a little bit, so rather than posting every Thursday, what we're going to do is we're not going to try and rush out videos week after week after week. What we're going to do is once we finish a video, it'll just be posted the next Thursday, and then so on and so forth, the way it goes. I'm going to turn around and I'm going to show you what we've been up to on the Integra. There has been some progress done, so let's head on over to the Integra. As you might notice, we have laid a bunch of primer in the engine bay. Huge steps have been made to make sure that that happens. What we actually ended up doing is some of the patch panels that we put in, we've actually taken out because I wanted to get some higher gauge steel and higher quality steel than what we were using to weld back in. So last week I was here. I tried recording a little bit. I didn't like a lot of the footage that I was recording last week, so I'm going to put some of the clips of what I did last week right here. So, as you can see, I got this spot welded in. It's definitely not completely in because we still need to be able to remove this easy. So I just did a couple spot welds all the way around. Next, what we're going to get up to is we're going to try and make this piece again. And we're just going to work our way around the whole engine bay, putting down primer as we go. And then we're going to start the Bondo. So I don't know if I'm going to record all of this and then put a video out, but obviously you'll know because you're watching the video. My dad and my brother are going to stop by at some point today. He needs some work done on his truck, so I'm going to figure out what needs to be done so that I can buy some parts and get that done. So not a lot of work's going to be done today. Let's get started. I'm going to start with making a template for this patch panel that we're going to put in right here. Okay guys, so it's a new day today. Last week, really all that I got done was just a little cardboard cutout. But, I mean, I'm pretty happy with it. I ended up having to do a little bit of diagnostic on my dad's car. He needs a new wheel bearing and some rear brakes, but we'll get that handled. So that's all good. So I'm back today. It's actually Saturday. I don't usually come in to the garage on the Saturdays. Usually it's only the Sundays, but I had to do some paperwork for my brother. Unfortunately, my brother ended up actually getting hit by a car. He's doing okay now, a couple surgeries, he's recovering, so if you wanted to, leave down in the comments your support for him. Definitely he's gonna need it for the next few months or weeks. Actually, it's gonna be months for his recovery because his one leg actually kind of just about got destroyed. But anyway, I'm just at this garage now. Figure while I'm here, work on the car, get my mind off of it and everything for now. So yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna translate that cardboard cutout onto the metal and cut it out and spot weld it in place, and then we'll start working at some other pieces. Actually, there's one more thing that I have to do to that cutout, is actually cut out even further a little chunk so that we can get the bolt through. As you can see, I cut out the little notch, and you'll see so basically that will allow us to actually get the bolt in the hole. So let's transfer this onto the metal, get to cutting, and then we'll get some welding going on. Okay, so I think that's close enough. I'm gonna get the rest of it with the flap disc attachment on the grinder there. Get it as close. So we're just gonna go to just inside the line because that's where I traced it out to, and we'll see how it fits. So I'm gonna start with getting this angle done because that's the angle that's gonna go at the bottom here and up the side of the engine bay, and then I'm gonna bring in these sides here afterwards. So let's get started. I'd say that's pretty much good enough for me to start doing the other sides here. So I'm gonna get started on that now. I'm gonna start with this one, make sure it gets all flushed up. Then I'll do the top one, and then I'll work on the inside here. Dang, that's perfect, right? First try. Oh man, that's actually sexy. Okay, now we'll get onto this angle here now. Oh, that's hot. Holy sh**. Boom. I think that's going to be it. Before I weld this in, there's a little bit of cleaning up I have to do from the old panel that was in here. There's a couple bumps and stuff from the old weld, but that shouldn't be too hard to get down. Just got to do this inside piece, the inside corner chunk here, and we're pretty much done with this panel, and we can we can just tack it in. Okay, so there we go. I got that all down, nice at a nice angle. Let's see if we can get focused here. It's a little bit wonky, but that'll all get fixed up at a later date, that bit, but everything's looking good. Just slide it in, and she fits freaking perfectly. I'm actually so happy with this piece. Just need to take down these little bumps inside, and then it should fit in perfectly. All I have to do is just clean that up a little bit, and then I'm going to coat it with the weld through primer and clean out everything, all the little bits of metal shavings and everything out from in here. We're going to tack it in, and we'll start working on the patch panel for... Is this even in there? Yeah, it is. Okay. The patch panel for up here, and then the two little patch panels that are going to go inside. And then I'll be pretty happy with it.
Just taking my time this time. Thanks to Slightly Mad Customs for this recommendation. It's nice. If you go to their engine bay shaving tutorial video, they'll have a link in the description for this exact one. It did them pretty good. It's doing us pretty good here at Hoser Garage, so definitely recommend it. You can pick it up on Amazon. They have all the links there. Shoot them some love too if you haven't at all seen their videos. I mean, they make some pretty good content. And they should be a lot bigger than what they are. So give them a boost. Whatever I can throw their way, that would be amazing. So that's tacked in there. So now we can start mocking out this piece. I think I'm going to get it to go right to this line, and then it'll be a kind of a nice little patch in there. It's all just tacked in for now, but once we have everything settled, we'll go around and do some more. I'll probably just end up tacking the whole thing, just doing a tack here, tack here, tack here, tack here, tack here, tack here, just moving around because you don't want to heat up one area too much. As you can see in behind here, you might be able to see there's a hole, so that's just from too much heat on too thin of metal. So, and we don't have gas, this is just a flux core, so the welds aren't very consistent. So I think it'll be a better thing just to tack it all the way around, grind down the welds, and then use the body filler to clean everything up. But yeah, that's tacked in. And we're ready to start making the rest of it. I'm happy with that. It looks freaking good. I like it. I like it a lot. Well guys, that about does it for today. I will be back tomorrow. So this episode will continue on for another day. And then by the time tomorrow's over, I hope to have the 3 more patch pieces welded in, and then that'll pretty much close out this episode. I'll get it edited and get it posted, and as we work our way around the engine bay, there might be a few more episodes to go, but this time we're doing it slowly, taking our time, and making it the way I want it. So I'm pretty happy with the way it came out today. Tomorrow's gonna be even better because I just have to make 3 more panels or pieces, get those tacked in, and then should be good. I'm pretty happy. So I'll see you back tomorrow morning. What's up guys, we're back at the garage again for another day. It's gonna be a short day today. I actually get to go see my brother in the hospital today. That was a kind of surprise of yesterday, because up until now, because of the pandemic, I wasn't allowed to go visit him. So we're gonna try and get those 3 little patch panels done by the time I have to leave to go to the hospital, and we'll see what we can do. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a cardboard cutout of this one here, because I already have the cardboard cutouts for these 2. And then what we'll do is we'll make that all nice, put it onto the metal, cut these out and start sizing these. I am not going to be tacking them in quite yet, because I was thinking last night, I have not welded completely everything past this line. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to grind these tacks down, get this panel off of here again, and then weld all inside there before we can finish welding everything else. So we're just going to make these today, and then that'll be the end of the episode, and I'll get it all up, edited and posted. In the next episode, I'm going to get this piece done and the other side done, and then we'll move on to the final corner, and that'll be all of the patch panels done, and then we can just start body work. I still have to do these 2 corners on either side. I have to weld those in, but I kind of need a spotter to sit inside the car to make sure nothing's on fire before I can do that. So let's get started on making the cardboard cutout for this piece here. Okay, so I finished this little piece. Maybe not finished just because it's not really fitting in there quite nicely. I wanted the piece to come all the way up to this body line here, this line here, but it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do that. So it looks like, because what happens is, see, I have this flush with this line here, but what happens is it sticks up a little bit. So what I'm thinking I'm gonna have to do is, rather than having it come all the way up to this line, I'm gonna trim down this corner here until it sits level per se. So I'm just going to try and trim down this corner here until it sits nicely and flat and there's no gaps. So let's see what happens. Okay, so with a little trial and error, I got it as close as it's going to be. So you can see it's pretty level there. In there, I can either fill with weld or weld it, and then body filler will take care of that. And then on the side here, it is definitely very even. Okay, so I figured you guys seen enough grinding, so I just did this one off camera. So as you can see, it sits in there quite nicely. We'll just have to tack weld that in once we take off this panel and weld underneath it. But that should fit in there pretty nicely. Now we just got to make this one last piece that goes up in the corner there. And I'm just going to do that off camera as well. You guys have seen enough grinding. Okay, so it's a little hard to see because of the magnet that's in there, but I've got the other side fitting perfectly. I'm going to try and remove this all as a unit. But yeah, so you can see both of those pieces are made. They fit in there really nicely. So once we have the full bottom piece welded in, then we can weld this back in, do these two pieces here, and then do the one piece up here, and then it's just body work after that. Well guys, that about does it for today's episode. Thank you so much if you're watching until this point, and also thank you for your patience while we've been away. We're going to get back on the roll. I'd like to reiterate the plan going forward. I said it, I believe, at the beginning of the video, but basically rather than doing one video a week and trying to cram that out, we're just going to record and work on the project. Once we have a video edited, it'll just go up the following Thursday. We'll let you know a couple days prior that it's going to be uploaded. But once again, thank you so much for your support during this time. If you aren't already, like, comment, and subscribe, because we got videos coming out at a semi-regular basis now. Thank you very much. Peace out, hosers.